we'll start with the next topic of data link control, that is data link layer protocol. Previous to this, we studied about the services provided by data link layer. Now, the second topic from first chapter of the fourth module is data link layer protocol. We have simple protocol and then stop and wait protocol. Before studying these two protocols, the behavior of the protocols are studied by using the FSM. FSM stands for finite state machine. First we'll see what you mean by finite state machine. You can just refer to the diagram. We have the states, then we have the event, then we have the action. So the meaning of finite state machine is a machine which consists of finite number of states, and the machine will be always in one state until the event occurs. Once the event occurs, it consists of action to be performed, and it also defines about the next state from the current state. So this is all regarding FSM. You can just refer to the diagram. The first arrow mark is nothing but initial state. Once the event 1 occurs, the state changes from state 1 to state 2, then actions are performed. Then at the state 2, event 2 occurs. Until event 2 occurs, machine remains in the state 2 itself. Once event 2 occurs, action 3 is performed, and from state 2 it will move to state 1 again. When it will move to state 1? When the event 3 occurs. This is regarding finite state machine. Now we'll study the first protocol, that is simple protocol. Simple protocol neither deals with the error control or it will deals with the flow control. We'll show you the design scenario of simple protocol. You can refer to this diagram. We have the diagram at sender side and the receiver side. At the sender side, data link layer of the sender will get the data from the network layer. Then the data is encapsulated into the frame. Then data link layer will send a frame to receiver node, where the receiver node will receive the frame, and data link layer of the receiver will decapsulate the data from the frame and then send a data to the network layer. There are two restrictions or two conditions or the rules at the simple protocol. The first rule is sender cannot send a frame until the data is received by network layer. The second rule is receiver side cannot deliver the data to network layer of the receiver until the frame arrives. These are the two conditions of simple protocol. Now we'll explain the behavior of the simple protocol using FSM diagram. You can just refer to this diagram. We have the FSM diagram separately for the sending node and separately for the receiving node. First we'll look into the sender side. Initially, the sender node will be at the ready state. It will be in the same state until the event occurs. So the event is request from the network layer to data link layer. That request consists of packet from network layer to data link layer. If data link layer receives the packet from network layer, then it will perform its action. So action of the data link layer is making of the frame. Then it will send a frame to receiver. Now we'll see the FSM of receiver. Initially, the receiver machine will be at the ready state until the event occurs. The event is frame arrival from the sender. Once the event occurs, then it will perform the action like decapsulate the packet from the frame and deliver it to network layer. This is all about the simple protocol. Here we can see the flow diagram of the simple protocol. We have the sender node, we have the receiver node. So data link layer of the sender node will receive the packet from network node. Then that packet is encapsulated as a frame and sent it to the receiver node. Data link layer of the receiver node will receive the frame Then it will decapsulate the packet from the frame and packet is delivered to network layer. I think you understood about the simple protocol. In simple protocol, you just need to remember that simple protocol neither performs the error control or it will not perform the flow control. And there are two rules in the simple protocol. The first rule is sender cannot send the frame until it receives the packet from network layer. Second rule is receiver cannot deliver a packet to the network layer until frame arrives. Now we'll see the next protocol, stop and wait protocol. The stop and wait protocol overcomes the disadvantage of simple protocol. That is, it is used for both the flow control and the error control. You can just see the scenario for the same diagram. We have the sender node, we have the receiver node. So the sender, what the sender will do, data link layer of the sender will get the data from network layer. It will encapsulate the data into the frame. Before sending the frame, it will start the timer, then keeps the copy of the frame, then send the frame. When receiver receives the frame, then the receiver, what he will do, he will send the acknowledge back to the sender. The acknowledgement is nothing but the confirmation regarding the frame received by the receiver to the sender. After sending the acknowledgement, the receiver will extract or decapsulate the data from the frame and deliver the data to network layer. This is the procedure. We'll explain the same procedure using the finite state machine. You can just compare and study the finite state machine of simple protocol and stop and wait protocol. In simple protocol, for sender and receiver, you had only one state called ready state. But the sender node of the stop and wait protocol, we have two states, ready state and blocking state. Initially, sender machine will be at ready state, but sender machine can move between ready to blocking state. Now we'll see what happens from the ready state at the sender node. So sender node or sender machine remains in the ready state until the event occurs. Event is nothing but a request from process of the network layer, that is arrival of the data to the data link layer. Once it receives the event, it performs the action. So what actions it perform? It will encapsulate the packet into frame. It is same as that of simple protocol. In simple protocol, only the encapsulation takes place, but here encapsulation takes place, then it will save the copy of the frame, then it will start the timer. After starting the timer, send the frame. Now when it changes from ready state to blocking state, at the blocking state, three events occur. The first event is regarding the timeout. So your sender node waits until it receives the acknowledgement from the receiver. Then only it will send a next frame to the receiver. Hence the name stop and wait protocol. So before the timeout, if sender does not receive any of the acknowledgement, then sender will resend the saved copy of the frame and restart the timer. While receiving the acknowledgement from the receiver to the sender, if the acknowledgement is corrupted, then sender will discard the acknowledgement. And third event is, if the error-free acknowledgement is received by the sender from the receiver, then sender is able to send a next frame. To send a next frame, sender will stop the previous timer and sender will discard the saved copy of the previous frame, then start with the new timer and send a new frame. Now we will see about the receiving node. Initially the receiving machine will be at the ready state. Two events occurs at the ready state. At the data link layer of the receiver, it will check for the frame, whether the frame arrived is corrupted or it is non-corrupted. If the corrupted frame is arrived, then it will simply discard the frame, that is the action performed. If error-free frame is received, Then data link layer of the receiver will extract the data from the frame and deliver it to the network layer and then send the acknowledgement to the sender. This is the procedure at stop and wait protocol. You can just see the scenario diagram. Here we have start the timer, stop the timer and restart the timeout timer. At the sender node, data link layer of the sender node will receive the packet from network layer, then make a frame, send it to the data link layer of the receiver, and data link layer of the receiver node will extract the packet from the frame and send a packet to network layer. Then receiver node or data link layer of the receiver node will send an acknowledgement to the sender node. Then timer stops. Again it is ready to send a next packet. Next packet is sent, but there is a loss of frame. Then sender wait until the timer expires. If the timer expires, then sender thinks that there is a loss of frame or loss of packet. Then sender will again resend the same frame. Then that frame is received by the receiver. Receiver will extract the frame from the packet. Then the receiver will send acknowledgement. Again it is ready to send a next packet. In the third packet, frame is correctly sent to the receiver node. Receiver node has received the packet correctly, but the acknowledgement of the receiver is lost. Again it will wait, or sender will wait until the timer expires. If it does not receive any message till the time expires, again it thinks that there might be some loss of frame or acknowledgement. Again resend the saved copy of the frame. And the receiver node will receive the frame, extract the packet. You can just observe the third packet and the fourth transmission. In the third transmission also the same packet is received by the receiver. The same packet is again received at the next transmission. Hence there is a duplication of packet. This is the disadvantage of stop and wait protocol. Now, to overcome this disadvantage, what we have? As a solution, we have sequence number and acknowledgement number. Sequence numbers are the numbers assigned for frames. Acknowledgement numbers are the numbers assigned for acknowledgements. You can just consider this. If the sequence numbers are as follows: 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, etc., then acknowledgement numbers will be just opposite of sequence number: 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. The meaning here is acknowledgement number indicates sequence number of next frame to be transmitted. Now, the same diagram, the previous diagram is redrawn with the frame number and sequence number. So, data link layer of the sending node will receive the packet from network layer. It will form, or it will make a frame. That frame is sequenced with the sequence number as frame 0. Frame 0 is sent to data link layer of the receiver. The receiver will extract the packet from frame 0, then send an acknowledgement. If the sequence number is 0, acknowledgement number will be 1. The meaning is next expected frame is 1. Again the next packet is sent to data link layer. It will form a frame. So next packet expected is 1. Hence frame 1 is sent. So there is a loss of frame. Again resend of the frame 1. Then packet is received from the frame 1. Acknowledgement is sent. Again it is ready for sending the third packet, where previously we had the acknowledgement 0. The meaning is the next expected frame is frame 0. Then it is successfully received by the receiver. Now receiver will send the acknowledgement 1. It is just opposite of frame number. There is a loss of acknowledgement, so it will resend the frame 0. When receiver receives the frame 0 with the data link layer, it will extract the packet, but it will not deliver the packet to network layer. It will just discard the packet, because in the previous transmission already the receiver has received the same packet and delivered it to network layer. Hence duplication of the packet can be eliminated. Then we have the topic called piggybacking. We'll see what you mean by piggybacking. This is the technique which is used to improve the efficiency of bidirectional protocol. We'll see the meaning of bidirectional protocol. You can just consider the diagram. We have the sender, we have the receiver. Now sender will send the data to receiver. Once receiver receives the data, receiver will send the acknowledgement back to sender. Just assume if receiver also has some data to send for the same sender, then instead of sending the data separately and acknowledgement separately, what receiver will do? Receiver will send the acknowledgement of the data received plus its own data to the sender at one time. That is nothing but piggybacking. This is all about the protocols of data link layer. Once we'll have the discussion. There are mainly two protocols of the data link layer, simple protocol, and the second one is stop and wait protocol. Simple protocol does not involve error control and flow control, but stop and wait protocol are concerned with error control and flow control. In the simple protocol, sender node cannot send a frame until it receives the packet from the network layer, and receiver node cannot deliver the packet to the network layer until all the frame arises. But in the stop and wait protocol, sender node will send a frame and it will wait until it receives the acknowledgement from the receiver. Once the acknowledgement is received, then only it is ready to send the next frame. Hence the name stop and wait. And in the procedure of stop and wait, before sending the frame, it will save the copy of the frame and it deals with the timer. Before the timer expires, if it receives the acknowledgement, then only sends the next frame, or else it will resend the previous frame itself. Then, to overcome the duplication problem of stop and wait protocol, as a solution we have acknowledgement number and sequence number. Next topic we have is piggybacking. It is a technique where it is helpful for bidirectional protocols to improve their efficiency. Instead of sending a data and acknowledgement separately to the same source, it will send the data as well as acknowledgement at the same time.